NBA tonight. Obviously, only Miami versus Boston in tonight's game. Huge game four. With Miami being up 2-1, I think Boston comes out and wins this game. I think Jason Tatum plays a lot better. Again, housekeeping notes. We do not know right now if Marcus Smart, at the time of this video, if Marcus Smart and Robert Williams are going to play tonight. Now, this obviously changes quite a bit of things as far as making your picks and plays for tonight's game. So just make sure you guys keep that in mind. Me personally, I'm not giving any plays with either of those two players. And I just feel like I don't want to lock those plays in and then, they don't play and then I get a DMP and then they're just pushes in my line. I'd rather have players that I know for sure are going to play with kind of keeping in mind whether or not Marcus Smart or Robert Williams are playing. Also, Tyler Hero is confirmed out. He's not playing tonight, so that does change some things for the Miami Heat, which we will get into when I make these plays. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a gambling expert. We did go 5-0 last night, or technically 4-0. Jordan Poole was a push, so we didn't lose anything here. But we hit four. I'll just say 4-0. We went 4-0 last night. Maxi Kleber under 16 fantasy score hit the under. Steph Curry over points 26.5. Luka Doncic over fantasy score, and Andrew Wiggins played very, very well. His fantasy score hit over as well. So coming off a 4-0 night here on the Dallas Mavericks Golden State Warriors game tonight, obviously Miami versus Boston, huge game four. I'm gonna give 5 plays that I like in tonight's game. Give my opinions on it. And then again, link in description below to sign up for PrizePicks. They do match 100% of your first deposit. But yeah, let's not waste any time, you guys. Let's just get right into it. So first, going to be Jimmy Butler, and I'm smashing his over on his points here, 24.5. The line has dropped significantly. I think previous 2 games it was like 27.5 and 28.5 and like 26.5. So 24.5, I think, is a very, very generous line. Also considering that Tyler Hero is not playing in this game. I really like Jimmy Butler's over here. Jimmy Butler's over. Obviously, his game, like in the series before against Philly, he went over 24.5, 1, 2, 3, 3 times, and then he went over it twice, game 1 and 2 in this series. But I just think in this series, again, no Tyler Hero. I expect Jimmy Butler to come out, play extremely aggressive. People are saying he's going to play, so I like Jimmy Butler over here, 24.5 points. You could also look at his PRA as well, which he did hit the previous 4 games before getting injured. So either one of these, I think, are safe plays, either the points or the points, rebounds, and assists. And actually, now looking at this, I'm actually going to change over to the PRA, and I'm going to smash this over on that. So points, rebounds, and assists, Jimmy Butler, I'm taking the over 35.5. I think it's a stronger play now that I think about it. Just live doing this video. 35.5 PRA. He smashed this completely over on all 4 of his last 5 before getting injured in that game 3. So I like his over here, 35.5. Coming down here, next one is going to be rebounds, and I'm smashing this one. I think this is the play of the night. Jaylen Brown over 6.5. Now, again, like I said, no Robert Williams, no Marcus Smart, still up in the air. But Jaylen Brown has, you can see in this series, he smashed it all 3 games, 10, 8, and 9 in the 3 games. He had 8 against Milwaukee. So 4 of his last 5, he's hit this over 6.5. On the season, averaged 6 rebounds a game. Just getting himself in a position to get quite a bit of rebounds. And I think this might be the play of the night, with this being a pretty generous line on PrizePicks, 6.5 rebounds for Jaylen Brown. Obviously, he's going to play a ton of minutes, and Miami does shoot a lot of jump shots as well. So does Boston. So I think plenty of opportunities for rebounds on both of these teams. But I like Jaylen Brown's over here, 6.5 total rebounds. Coming here to fantasy score, and I got actually 3 plays. The last 3 plays, they're all overs here for fantasy score. We're going to do first is Al Horford, 32 flat. He smashed this over 47. And, before he went out with COVID, he was playing very, very well. But 32 Al Horford, I love the fantasy score line as opposed to points or rebounds or even PRA, just because he does get those blocks and even steals. So those obviously are crucial to the fantasy score. Adding to the fantasy score and building that fantasy score up. So I really, really like the Al Horford 32 fantasy score, especially if Marcus Smart and Robert Williams don't play. Games 1 and 2, or games 2 and 3 actually, he played 33 minutes and then 42 minutes against Miami in game 3, 20 and 14, 3 blocks, 3 assists. I think the line here is generous at 32 fantasy score for Al Horford. The other one I like is PJ Tucker, 18.5. I also like this over as well. You can see he smashed this 4 of his last 5, had 37.9 here in game 3 against Miami. I think PJ Tucker benefits from Tyler Hero being out, because PJ Tucker, again, he's only 6'6", but he fills a lot of void in spacing the floor for, players like Jimmy Butler and even Kyle Lowry and Bam Adebayo. PJ Tucker loves those corner threes. So I think he will be on the floor a little bit more now that Tyler Hero is out, especially with his versatility defensively. I like his over 18.5. I think just with the peripheral stats that he gets, block steals potential, I really like 18.5. And then finally is going to be Victor Oladipo and his over 18. Now, Heat players this season when Tyler Hero doesn't play, right? Coming down here now, mind you, it's only 2 games, but in those 2 games that Tyler Hero didn't play, Victor Oladipo had averaged 23, 6, and 3. Okay, 23, 6, and 3 against, you know, against Boston in Game 3. He obviously played a ton of minutes in that fourth quarter and finished with 18.5 fantasy score. I think he plays a lot more minutes tonight. I think he, definitely benefits the most, obviously, with Tyler Hero being out. And I like his projected fantasy score. I think he gets a few steals, obviously some rebounds, assists, and then I think he gets about 10, 11 points as well. So I like my odds here with these 5 plays. All overs: Jimmy Butler over PRA, Jaylen Brown over rebounds, Al Horford over fantasy score, PJ Tucker over projected fantasy score 18.5, and then Victor Oladipo fantasy score as well. So again, let me know in the comments below how you guys feel about these 5 plays. Drop a like on this video, hit that subscribe button, and as always, you guys have a great day.